What's up, YouTube and Facebook, and welcome back to Not Quite Mint. I'm Tom.
And I'm Rich. We're definitely not quite mint.
Definitely not this week. And today we're covering the key comics for the 14th of October, which is next week, because there have been no new comics for us this week in our local stores. But we are actually having a bit of a shake-up on the show anyway. So shall we get into this, Rich?
Yeah, I think that would be a fantastic idea. Obviously, guys, if you are new to the channel, do hit that subscribe button down below. And if you don't want to miss any of our content, hit the notification bell on just off to the right as well. Also, thumbs up, guys, if you subscribe to the channel. You please just take that millisecond that it takes to give us a thumbs up. So say it loads. Also, just, you know, if you want to have a chat in the comments, if we've missed a key or anything like that, let us know. Obviously, this is just our own personal opinion, and that's what we're trying to do. But as Tom says, we normally do this video on a Tuesday, so that we're ready for the very next day for New Comic Book Day. But having a bit of a shake up, a couple of things in the pipeline, which we won't get to in this video, but we'll be revealing next week. Very exciting for our Thomas over here. I'm being official. So we've got big stuff coming up, and it's just meant that we're having to sort of consolidate our videos a bit, isn't it, Tom?
Indeed, mate. Yeah, we're having I wouldn't say a massive shake-up, but it's definitely a shake-up that's going to slightly adjust what it is that we do.
Exactly. Really logical as well, really, when we actually think about things, because this doing the key video, as it will become a video rather than a live stream on Thursdays, same time, 6 o'clock every week, about the keys, and it'll be the keys for the following Wednesday. So for me, it kind of makes sense because it gives people a little bit more time to get in touch with their comic book shops, get stuff ordered. And hopefully we give people information so they don't miss stuff. And then, as I say, the reviews, one of our biggest frustrations, as we've said this week, we haven't had any comics. So,
and it's an ongoing thing with this whole distribution problem. Yeah. We've not been able to get certain books when we've wanted to. And also we've had the guests on, and even they've struggled to read the books in the day, in one day, ready for the review show. So we've had the mix-up that we're now going to do the review show live on a Tuesday night instead. Yeah. So we're just swapping them around, except for the keys won't be live. It will be a pre-recorded video.
Yeah, and we're just going to do it a little bit more. We're still going to have guests, I think, on certain review shows and stuff like that. We're going to keep our event review show going, aren't we, Tom?
Indeed.
But I think on this particular video, we might not necessarily always have a guest in, but obviously we do sometimes have holidays, or I have work commitments, or Tom has work commitments. So I think we will still have guests on the channel on this show, on the review show every Tuesday. It's just we're going to see how the dust settles once we've announced what we've got to announce, what is going to be announced with Tom's big news next week, and then moving on from that, we're just going to let the dust settle, see how things start to work out, what time obviously Tom's got available, and then we'll go from there again. So a bit of a reset,
bit of a reshuffle, but it's all good. So we're here to talk about keys for the 14th of October 2020, the year of the COVID. So shall we get into these keys then, Rich? So we've got a few notables.
Yeah, really funny week, isn't it?
It is. It's not full of anything spectacular this week, I would say. The 14th of October. It's not looking like there's that many first appearances. It doesn't look like there's going to be any deaths or anything like that. Like, there's no real substantial keys, as it were, going on. But I want to make note of the fact that we are getting chapter 6, 7, and 8 of X of Swords, or 10 of Swords, whichever way you want to look at it. And that is Hellions, New Mutants, and Cable. So they are going to be chapter 6, 7, and 8 of X of Swords. There's that.
We will still be reviewing those. There'll be a review show coming out on Monday for the current 3 chapters that came out yesterday, and then obviously they're going to come out next Wednesday, and then obviously carry on for the Monday after. So it's I feel very like we're ahead of ourselves. It's
it feels really weird. I feel like it's Tuesday and like, I'll go to work tomorrow and the following day and then following day, and it's not that far away from the weekend. But actually, the weekend is only 2 days away.
That's right. But just to acknowledge everybody in the chat, we've got our usual Hangout crew like Ruben, Hydra, Comic Dino, Tom. We've got Perpetual Comic. Thanks ever so much for popping in, guys. And hopefully this news doesn't come too much of a shock to you, but slight change around for us. We'll still be have stuff going out on Tuesdays and Thursdays, just the opposite way around, just to help us out. And
we should have had Hydra in tonight to help us with the review show, but unfortunately we're not doing any reviews. But thanks for popping along anyway, Hydra. That's awesome.
Yeah, thanks ever so much for that, dude. And as I say, we'll make up for it because we will be settling into a new routine fairly soon. We just want to make sure we've got time to fit everything in on a Tuesday night now, which is when we're going to be doing our streaming and recording, isn't it, Tom?
Happy days, mate. Yeah, happy days.
Exciting stuff. Right then, so we've spoke a little bit about Exoswords.
Yep. So next one up on, go on.
Yeah. Now there are like quite a lot of other notables. One thing that I think I said to you earlier was that there's a load of independent publishers bringing out number ones. Too many for us to cover in this particular sort of show, but there is one that sort of stood out for me, and it's called Commanders in Crisis from Image. It sounds kind. I like a sci-fi story that feels a bit different. And this is like you've got all these commanders who have, I think, basically lost a battle, and then they've ended up living in various parts around Earth or something like that, and they're trying to, basically, I don't know, regather themselves to obviously face the next battle type of thing. So it just sounds a bit different, really. But this was the one that stood out to me.
I like the artwork on the cover. Very, very cool.
I could imagine you doing a cover rather similar to that, mate. It's very much like your style, isn't it?
Yeah, I do like loads of characters in one shot. I do like to draw that. I get carried away. That's my problem. Is I draw one character and I'm like, yeah, that's cool. But what do you know? What make it cool? 6 other characters. Stop at one. Just stop at one, mate.
Cool, but yeah, so that's Commanders in Crisis. Do you want to take the next one, Tom?
Yeah, so the next one that I noticed that was another independent one that's going to be coming out next week that is notable is Dynamite. And it is a collaboration, I believe, this one, and it's going to be featuring a lot of their characters. And it's the first time they've done it all in one. So you're going to get the Green Hornet, you get Kato, you got Vampirella, Red Sonja, and Delilah Thoris. I think that's how you say it, Delilah Thoris. So yeah, and then Pete Tomoko has done a lot of covers for this.
Yeah, there's a Pete Tomoko. I think every single color in the rainbow, she's decided to do a different kind of there's like a sketch variant, then there's a red sketch variant, then there's like a variant where like Vampirella's all bloody. There's another one where I think I don't know, like one of the others. I don't know. Is unfortunate, but they're all different. There's all different variations, so it seems quite good. As I say, it's crossover. I don't know. I think I did know. I have a feeling that one of our people potentially in the chat might do Deja Thoris. I don't know if or somebody mentioned it. I don't know if it was, but yeah, I don't know how I feel about this one.
Fucking
Delilah. I don't know. Delilah, yeah.
Sorry.
I think it's Deja, Dejah, Thoris, isn't it? So, but they're all these very like Amazonian warrior type like women, and it's one of those.
I mean, Green Hornet and Kato
and stuff. Yeah, it's fairly rare as well. I mean, I've never read a Dynamite comic book. I don't think so.
No, I don't think I have. But a little bit of a fun fact for you, just because I know this. The original Green Hornet TV show with Green Hornet and Kato was Bruce Lee.
There you go. And I was right. I was watching I watched one of Dino's videos, and he was talking about Deja Thoris or whatever it's called. So I think
how's your Transformer collection going on, Dino? Do you got those 8 boxes yet?
Oh dear. So yeah, we'll do the next one now, I think. So what we got next?
So the next one up is, I know this is the same image we used the other day, but I believe it's the same cover. But they are bringing out another Walking Dead issue 1. But this one, I believe, Rich, has got a foil cover.
Yeah, it's just one I'm mentioning. I've contacted a couple of people to say, if you get them, like, let me know ASAP, because like I've picked up. I missed out on Negan because they had already got really expensive before I got it, and as it was, I didn't really like Negan Lives when I read the story, so I wasn't that gutted. But I managed to get obviously the foil logo on there, and I think it's literally with this. Walking Dead Deluxes came out like yesterday, and I think next week they're doing like one of these like sort of incentive people for who stocked it, and with the gold foil. So I'm hoping I can get one, but I'm not going to pay stupid money for it. So, but yeah, hopefully I can get one.
Nice one.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. And our final notable for the notables is, of course, Dark Knight's Death Metal issue 4. It has been well overdue, this one, considering that we've had quite a few one-shots for this, but it is still an absolutely amazing run so far. All the tie-ins have been great. This is how you do an event with crossovers, in my opinion. Not the way they did Empire. This is how you do it.
Yeah, it's been really interesting. I've watched a lot of people do... have done reviews for death metal, and it's like it's just really peculiar because like it's really again been a sort of a chalk and cheese situation. Like we've really enjoyed it because it's kind of like you've had new characters introduced, you've had like these Omega Knights pop up, and like the Speed Knights or Lightning Knights or whatever it is, and obviously Robin King, and so it's had what an event should be to introduce new things. Whereas I think for people who maybe like more like the slow burn events or quieter events or whatever, they've found the Scott Snyder explosion a little bit too much. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I've really enjoyed it. It's been every issue's been good. All of the tie-ins been really good as well. All these one shots, as you say. So yeah, there's always potential that something new could come out of this, another new character. Who knows? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been littered with it so far, hasn't it? So you never know with what they're doing.
You never know.
Exactly. You never know.
It's one we'll be looking at, definitely.
Yeah. Right. Let's get into this top 5 that both me and Rich think that you should probably go and get from your comic book shop. It's not definitive, so don't hold us to it. But we're just saying that we think that these top 5 are the ones that are worth picking up on the 14th of October. 2020. So first up, Rich, do you want to talk about this one?
Yeah. So,
wrong.
Yeah. I was going to say. So this is Rorschach. Spoiler for the next one.
Next one, yeah.
Yeah, Rorschach. So this is I believe a Tom King book that's been released. It's a tie-in to the Watchmen sort of obviously series. I believe it's set something like 35 years after the death of the original Rorschach, and it's about a detective investigating to try and work out who the actual identity of Rorschach was. It's obviously Watchmen universe and DC universe and everything, so anything could happen. It's Tom King, so I'm kind of excited by this because it's is it a Black Label? I think it's a DC Black Label.
Yeah.
It'll be quite grown up as well. So I'm looking forward to this one myself. This is one that I don't know that we're going to have loads of key first appearances and stuff like that, but it could turn into a really good run, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I am not so excited about reading it, but mainly because I can't say it. It's not the easiest thing to say for me. But I mean, I watched Watchmen on the big screen. Like I went to the cinema to watch Watchmen. So is this the guy that's got the white face with the kind of ink block
with the Rorschach blot on his face? Yeah.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, there you go. You learn something new every day.
Just to let you know, it's basically like that. The whole thing with the Rorschach diagram. It's that thing that they'll put like psychologists will put in front of people and ask people, "What do you see?"
Right. Okay.
and then they'll make an assessment on your personality and all that kind of stuff based on whether you see a dog or I don't know, a rapist or something. Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
Right, okay.
I was thinking of something.
I like that we went from dog to rapist.
Something really normal and something really horrible. So it was like there was nothing else I could think of. But that's what it is with the Rorschach diagrams. Yeah, we've got that. We've got that whole thing. See, we've got Rich William has just dropped in. Very excited.
Rich, apples.
Yeah, very good. We've got some apples. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. I think it's potentially like a 12-part series, so a bit like the Strange Adventures and stuff that we've seen from DC as well. So yeah, should be good. And I like Watchmen because I like Doomsday Clock. I like Watchmen. I like the film. I like the original stuff. I like all the tie-ins and everything. So yeah, this is a must-buy for me.
Awesome! I can't wait to hear what your review is on it. I mean, I might get it myself and read it to see if I can understand anything, but I'll give it a go. Yeah, for sure. But I want to hear your review, especially because you're excited about it.
And if you're struggling, Tom, like don't look at the words and just remember what noise does a lion make?
Roar.
And what another word for a ramshackled shed?
Shack.
Yeah. So put them together.
So Rorschach. Nice. Got you.
You've got it, mate.
There you go. Helping dyslexics everywhere. Cheers, Rich.
This is it, man. I'm here. I'm just helping everybody. That's it.
Not all heroes wear capes, kids.
Right then, cool. So that's Rorschach.
That's Rorschach. So next one up that we think you should pick up is Web of Venom, Empire's End. And this is a one-shot that is ending off, like capping off Empire and giving us that start off for this amazing thing that I'm really hoping is going to be incredible, which is the King in Black. I am extremely excited for it. The only problem with this for me is I was excited until I read that it's not Donny Cates writing it. So I'm a little bit kind of on the fence because I don't want someone else writing one of Donny Cates' books, if you get my drift. But I am excited to read it. I think it's Clay McLeod Chapman who is writing this one, but I'm not familiar with his work or her work, as it were. But yeah, what do you think, Rich? What do you think of this one? I'm excited though.
Yeah, I'm massively excited. I mean, obviously we had was a couple of weeks ago, last month we had the Web of Venom. What was that called? Was that Wraith? Was it called Web of Venom Wraith? That one?
Yeah.
So we had that, and that introduced the whole, obviously, direct tie-in to what's going on in Venom, and it obviously introduced that whole thing that everybody's going nuts about of who's the opposite to Null, who's this, like, you know, who's the light that was mentioned in that Web of Venom Wraith. So we've got, most people seem to think it might be the Sentry. I've also read some stuff literally just before I came on the show when I got home, people talking about potentially it being the Phoenix Force, which you might like.
Yeah, I mean, it could well be. I mean, there is speculation about the Phoenix Force because they're doing Phoenix Force covers coming up. And I think the Phoenix Force is about to make its reappearance in the Avenger comics. So that actually could be a really good shout.
Well, in the book that's gone a little, was I think the #1 bestseller of last week, according to cover price, it was the Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and it was the Avengers, the current Avengers thing, and it was popular for lots and lots of reasons because it obviously had Moon Knight and Black Panther fighting. It had the Chadwick Boseman tribute banner on it, and it had artwork on the back that was exclusive to, like, it was a Chadwick Boseman exclusive type of bit of artwork on the back. Very, very much of a tribute to Chadwick Boseman. Now, but at the end of that, again, not wanting to do spoilers, it was last week's comics, so get used to it, people. We are bringing spoilers.
Oh yeah, we're bringing you spoilers from now on.
On the back of that, it had at the end of that, I think it was Moon Knight actually acquired the Phoenix Force. So,
okay.
So I'm kind of digging the whole. We know Sentry's going to be involved somehow because we've seen the Ryan Stegman sketches, but the whole introduction of the Phoenix Force, I'm like you said with the covers coming out and stuff. What we're going to see, you know, I am getting quite hyped.
That could work. I mean, but I don't think the Phoenix is essentially a good entity. I think
I'm
she's
the same.
quite a bad entity.
Yeah,
But
that's my understanding. So,
but saying that, there might be a reason she's bad, or like, you know, he or she is bad. The Phoenix Force, because of Null. Maybe there's something going on there. I don't know, but that could be cool. I would love to see Venom take on the Phoenix, like get a Phoenix Venom, mate. That would be sick.
I know I know, because we're obviously getting the nullified variants as well in December.
Yeah.
For everything. So, like you say, if we're getting the Phoenix Force stuff, we're getting the nullified stuff. And we're getting King in Black. It's
the plot thickens.
The plot thickens. So yeah, lots of talking points. Definitely looking forward to this. So hopefully, I'm hoping that it does kind of continue those themes that we saw in that Wraith book, and we are looking at, you know, what is Null's opposite and stuff like that, and adding to his origin. Because obviously, spoiler, we did a CGC unboxing, didn't we? And I got this little beauty, but I'm not going to show the grade. But yeah, keep your eyes open for that.
Rich was about to show you. Oh no, he's back. We missed you, mate. I don't know if it was me or you.
Yeah. Oh, no.
I don't know whether it was me or you that got kicked out then.
Oh no, I was just showing that book and just saying, keep your eyes peeled next week for our next load of CGC unboxing videos.
Oh, the CGC!
Can't wait. Excited. It was such fun recording it the other day, definitely. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, I actually like not a spoiler alert or anything, but a definite plug for that video. It's one of the funnest CGC things we've done together, because I actually had complete and utter control over what book came out when they came out, and I already knew the grades before Rich had seen them. So it is quite fun to watch how I manipulate Rich's feelings.
It was manipulation as well, because I've gone back and done a count, and I did a lot better than I thought I'd done.
Yeah,
definitely. I was so demoralised by the last video.
Yeah, it was amazing though. It was so good putting it together. Awesome. Right. Anyway, we're not here to talk about CGC. We're here to talk about keys. So moving on, our number 3 in our top 5 list is this one. Do you want to take this one, Rich?
Yeah, I'm curious with this one. I need to start picking up Captain Marvel. There's so many key issues coming out of Captain Marvel, because we had, was it issue 8? We had first appearance of Star or something like that. It's like quite early on, and we've had obviously recently we had is it L'Oreal or something like that? L'Oreal, yeah. So
yeah.
Obviously her stepsister, and we've had, like, you know, what was it, the stuff that the Kree accusers, isn't it? We had all that whole thing over Empire, and this one again, it seems really, really interesting because it's saying that there's new villains and new heroes. So whether that's just that they're introducing already known characters into the storyline, or that we are actually going to have new characters, maybe potential first appearances. So I'm definitely going to, for me, I'm going to pick this up because it's one that I feel like I need to read. You know, seems to be tying in quite a lot. Yeah, Dino.
I just spotted that, and I thought someone's gonna beat me to it before you stop.
Yeah, because she's worth it. Indeed, she is.
But, she has got beautiful hair, to be fair. I mean, definitely she's using L'Oreal.
Definitely. So yeah, so that's why I'm looking at this one as being quite an interesting one to keep your eye on.
Absolutely, mate. I mean, I'm looking forward to this one because I've been reading Captain Marvel, and it's been a really quite enjoyable, fun book to read. It's not been like complicated to follow. It's not groundbreaking writing or anything like that, but it's a fun book. It's nice to pick up and put down. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those kind of feel-good books, if you like. So I'm excited to read this next one because I think they're well written. I think they're really good.
100%.
So, yeah. So while we're talking about comics that I like and fun and good and kind of, you know, lovely as Rich doesn't like, TMNT is out this week or next week, even the 14th. I don't even know what day it is. What day is it? Who am I? What are we? Jackie Chan. Who am I? Great film.
It's Tuesday, isn't it?
Is it Tuesday? It's Tuesday. Tuesday Keys. So yes, it is TMNT issue 110, and it is the first appearance of the Roadhogs. I'm assuming by looking at the fact of the cover and reading the fact that they're called the Roadhogs, they are a motorcycle biker gang who are pigs. So it could be quite a cool one to read, to be honest.
Well, you've been reading these as well, haven't you, Tom?
I have, yes. But I have to be honest, I've read them from issue 1 all the way through during this whole like lockdown period. I've managed to finish the whole series. So I'm up to date. The last 3 episodes, 3 issues have been a little bit. If I was a brand new reader and I wanted to jump in on point and I was like, okay, cool, there's going to be a first appearance in this one. So far, they've not delivered. I really hope this one does, but I feel like I'm going to be saying in our review shows next Tuesday that I read this one and it left me wanting, because they all have so far. The last like 3 or 4 issues, I'm just not keen. It's still good, but it's just not as good as it was. So I am excited to read it, but from a completely different point of view. Not excitement of like, yeah, this is going to be wicked. This is kind of excitement of like, I want this to be good. I want this to be the next bit that gets me going into TMNT, if you like.
Yeah, totally. Well, it's going to be interesting because, as I say, I was just thinking about that. It won't be until a week on Tuesday that you'll actually talk about these. So it won't be next Tuesday.
Of course, yes. It's not next Tuesday. It's the following Tuesday.
So it's like, it's just so we're so early. We're so.
What are we doing? Who am I?
All right then.
Right, and finally, last one up, our number 1 pick that we think you should pick up on the 14th of October is this one. Do you want to take it, Rich?
Yeah, so if we'd had comics delivered, we probably wouldn't be talking about this book at all until next Tuesday. But as we haven't got the comic books delivered, we haven't actually even had the issue 49 ASM, and which is obviously the overall 850th issue as well. So this one next Wednesday is issue 50 of Amazing Spider-Man. This one is going to be quite interesting because it's the start of a new story arc called The Last Remains. It's going to be a 5-part arc that's going to culminate on in issue 55. Now, if anybody's seen the cover for issue 55, it's a very, very nice Patrick Gleason cover, and it's basically like Spider-Man's head, as if it's a web suspended on a black background.
Yeah, it's stunning.
People have gone absolutely nuts for it, so it's going to be really, really, sought after and stuff. But there's a lot of rumors flying around that something's going to happen to Spider-Man, in the sense that he's either going to die or he's going to potentially transform into something else. So there's a lot of stuff going on potentially around this event. And 50, it starts next Wednesday with issue 50, and it's this Last Remains arc, which just feels amazing. Because I think we get 2 Amazing Spider-Mans per month, don't we? So
yeah, I think it's bi-weekly. It's a bit like Batman, isn't it?
Yeah, like Batman. So the issue 55 comes out at the start of December. So obviously we've got this starting obviously in October next week. Then we'll have another one 2 weeks later. Then again at the start of November, we'll have another one end of November. And then at the start of December, we've got issue 55. And I'm excited for a change. Like, I haven't been reading ASM very much, but this whole Sin Eater storyline and stuff, we've done quite a few reviews on there.
Yeah, Amazing Spider-Man has been, without excuse the pun, has been amazing. It's been really good. And I'm excited for this one because I think we're finally going to find out who Kindred is. Because we haven't actually found out anything about him since the first issue of this Amazing Spider-Man run. So he's been in it since then, but we have no idea who he is or any inkling at all. So we're about to get some idea of who he is, what he's about, and what he's about to do to Spider-Man. So it's really exciting, guys. Like I am 100% behind this one, and like you said, Rich, that cover for issue 55 is going like hotcakes. So if you haven't got it booked or like ordered, do it now before it's completely gone. I mean, it might already be gone, to be fair.
Yeah, I have a feeling FOC maybe went on that either last week, either on Monday, I think, potentially. So it might be a little bit too late. But if there's people pre-selling them on, if they've ordered ahead, because a lot of people order ahead, like maybe pick them up on eBay or something like that. You might because I think I don't think it will be a massively short print run, but
No.
Amazing Spider-Man, he actually, I don't believe he's the best seller for Marvel at the moment. So, obviously Venom and Thor are the better sellers. So this will have a slightly depleted print run, I think.
Yeah, more than likely.
But
there's a common denominator with those two top books, though. Just saying.
Just saying. But I'm stoked really, and hopefully everybody's found this new sort of format where we're doing the keys a little bit earlier, not too confusing. Obviously, on Tuesday when we next go live, we're going to be reviewing yesterday's books, it's going to be quite cool because we are going to do spoilers. That's a bit of a warning to our regular watchers. Because we're doing those reviews a little bit later, we'll have had a little bit more time to process them, and me and Tom obviously chat about what we've been reading. I think it's going to be quite interesting to see what we make of it, and also we'll be able to talk a bit more about the reactions from other people, some of the spoilers, some of the possible connotations of what's happened in the stories and stuff like that. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah, it gives people a lot more time to read it, like we said, and it then gets more interaction from you guys, because then not everyone's read it within a day. And like personally, I was struggling a little bit with trying to read all the books that we were reading within half an hour of my break at work. And I know Rich was struggling as well. So and the fact that the distribution thing is just ridiculous going on at the moment in the UK. So it just makes sense for us to bring you a brand new review show next Tuesday where we can give you all of the spoilers without worrying about it.
All of the spoilers, indeed.
All the spoilers.
All the spoilers. So I'm happy with that. So do make sure that obviously you are tuning in as always on 6 o'clock on a Tuesday and 6 o'clock on a Thursday. It will be the opposite way around with reviews on a Tuesday for the week before, and then keys for the week come in on Thursdays. We're still going to be doing unboxings and CGC stuff, and we've got quite a lot obviously planned in that respect. We've got videos ready to drop out this weekend and starting next week with our most recent CGC submission. So happy days, mate. So I think we're all done. So
we're all done.
Make sure that you subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss any of our content. Smash obviously the thumbs up just down below, and take care till next time.
Absolutely. I'm just going to do something I should have done at the start. So if you're not following us on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook, please do, because we are very active. And I'm going to say to you all, stay safe, stay sexy, and